Does it matter if the dad doesn't know the child's pediatrician name? What kind of question is that? First of all, I blame the wives. I will always blame the women and the wives for these men, husbands. You know why? You chose him. You chose him. And then y'all want to cry and complain about the man you chose. Does it matter? So there was this video going around of a dad saying doesn't matter if the dad, and all the women are jumping in and it. But you know me, cousins, I'm always going to come and really break it down to you, because you know what? I'm not blaming the man. I blame the woman. Tell me what you think in the comments. Be sure to subscribe, thumbs up, share out. Shout out to all of our new cousins. Welcome. I'm Janice. Stay a while. Cuz this is my favorite cousin being here. I love you. Let's watch this video and then I'm gonna come back with the commentary, girl. I might as well just get up and walk around because this is bold. They're bold.
I did not know my daughter's pediatrician's name before I found out I was getting divorced. And you know what? Because they basically went to the doctor when I was at the office during the week. And so my ex handled that. What I did know is I spent 5 hours teaching each of my daughters how to ride a bike on a Saturday, 5 hours each kid when I was available, because that's the kind of thing I was able to do. So what I can tell you is how that went. If you ask my ex-wife whether there were any tears that were shed, how many skinned knees there were, she won't be able to tell you anything about it. She won't be able to tell you the joy on their faces when they finally pedaled for themselves. Actually, she might be able to tell you about that because I filmed it and showed it to her. My point is, let's not put some litmus test out there to judge whether one parent is a good parent or not. This is not a man-woman thing. This is that there are some preconceived notions around things like, did you know the pediatrician's name? Could you name all the teachers or all the classes? Maybe not, okay? I couldn't have done that stuff back before I got divorced. I was on a train at 6 a.m, getting home after the kids went to bed. I don't really know that, but guess what? All weekend, I can tell you all about that stuff. And I can tell you what it was like to teach my girls how to ride a bike. Is that a fair test? My ex doesn't know. No, it's not a fair test. Just something to think about.
Okay. So again, somebody's gonna comment. I was trying to find the pure video, but again, it's your wife's fault. I will always blame the woman, the wives, because you chose this man. You chose. How do you not know the pediatrician's name? So when you pick out the pediatrician, you didn't go. So let me tell you what I did. First of all, husband is a choice. I keep telling y'all that. These are things you talk about before you get married. Now, I understand some men work those long hours. My husband is one of those men. Sometimes my husband gets up at 4 and the van is here at 5 a.m. to pick him up to get him to New York. Sometimes he's getting picked up to get on a 6 o'clock flight. But you cannot tell me you can't make no time to go to the doctor. When y'all picked out the pediatrician, you wasn't there. Ladies, okay, let me tell you what single ladies dating for marriage, let me tell you what you do. You have to have these conversations before you get married. You need to involve him. It is not okay for him to just get up and go to work and be a weekend parent. You need to get him involved. When you're picking out the pediatrician, you need to take him with you. That is what I did. I asked my doctor for a pediatrician, preferably a black man, because I was having a black son. My doctor, my primary care doctor, who is a black woman, referred me to our now black doctor, male doctor, who happens to also be my husband's fraternity brother. They figured that out later. We went together and we talked to the doctor. We loved him. He was an alpha. That sealed it for my husband. Whenever my son had a doctor's appointment, we went together because he needs to know. Take him with you. I understand he might not be able to go every appointment. First of all, my husband went to every doctor's appointment when I was pregnant. He missed one because he was traveling or something. I don't remember where he was. At that time, my husband traveled a lot more. But my husband missed one doctor's appointment. Guess what? He was on the phone. He was talking to the doctor. He was involved. Okay? When you take the baby to the doctor, you take morning appointments, evening appointments, or Saturday appointments to make sure dad is there. Again, he might not be able to come to every appointment, but you can't tell me you can't make one, at least the physical appointment every year. And then as little Michael got older, you know what I did? When little Michael has a doctor's appointment, just a checkup, follow something, or he needs to see the doctor, Big Michael takes him. Little Mike has a doctor's appointment, take him. And you know what mommy's doing? I'm on the phone. Because he needs to know how to take care of this kid. God forbid something happened to you. What's going to happen to your children? You need to get them involved. Being a weekend dad, just riding bikes, that is not enough. That is an excuse, sir. But you know what, woman? You choose these men. And then you cry and you complain about the men you chose. You chose them. You can't tell me you can't make it to a parent-teacher meeting. What is it, 3 meetings a year? You have to at least make one. I understand you might not be able to make all 3, but sir, you need to at least make that first one. To meet the teacher, to talk to the teacher, to show the teacher that this child has a man in his life. This is not white people's problem. This is black people's problem, okay? Instead of you going to pick up the report card one time, you send him. You need to get home early today, book your schedule your thing. So we already have the dates. September, they give you the printout and they tell you when report cards are coming out and when it's pickup. Adjust your schedule so you can go pick up the report card. Again, this is not white people problem. This is black people problem, because black people, hello, teachers need to know your children have a black man in his life. So does that mean you don't go to any school events? Sir, you don't go to those school events. My son has at least 3 school events a year. My husband has never missed one. You know what? September, you get the schedule. This is spring show. This is Christmas. I think it's 2 events a year, 2 or 3. This is spring show, Christmas show. You have the schedule. Adjust your schedule to go to your kids' events. So when they look up, they can see daddy. So I don't want to hear no excuse that you were on a train at 6 o'clock in the morning. You know when your child's physical is, right around their birthday, dum-dum. Right? The child's physical is around their birthday. Little Michael's physical is next Saturday. Why? My husband couldn't make it on a weekday. So we took the Saturday appointment, and both me and Big Mike will be up in the doctor's office talking to the doctor about little Michael. All of this are excuses, sir. But you know what, ladies? Y'all chose these men, and y'all complain about these men because you did not have these conversations with them before you married them. It was all feelings and emotions. But you didn't ask them any questions. Are you going to go to the baby's doctor's appointment? Are you going to be able to go to the sister? Because if he says, no, that is not a man you marry. Does he know how to give the baby a bath? Little Michael was the size of my hand. And you know what? I had Big Mike in the bathroom and I showed him, Big Mike, this is how you give little Michael a bath. You know, they have the little bathtub with the mesh on top because the baby is so little. And I said, Big Mike, put him in the mesh and give him, and I sat right there with Big Mike and let him give the baby a bath. The only thing he was a baby. He's so slippery. I feel like he's going to fall. So I said, okay, if you wash him, I will take him out. Why? I want my husband to learn how to take care of my children. God forbid, God forbid, God forbid, anything happens to me and I am not able to give him a bath, to take it to the doctor, to do homework. You need to know how to do it. You need to have those conversations with these men you are dating. Mother's Day is coming up. I'm going to do another video. The wives are already crying and complaining how the husbands have never given their Mother's Day gift. Did he give you a gift when you was dating? Did you get flowers when you was engaged? So why are you expecting flowers now that you're married? He didn't give it to you when you was dating. He didn't give it to you when you was engaged. Why you want flowers now? So I don't want to hear no excuse about you didn't know the baby's Dr. Peter. Shame on you, sir. And wife, shame on you. That's like not teaching your children how to brush their teeth. Shame on y'all women. Then y'all come on the internet and whine and cry and complain about what he's not doing, but you did not talk to him about it before you marry him. He wasn't caring. He didn't give a F. It was all emotionals. Your kitty was wet, but that's it. And he said daughters, not daughter, daughters. Sir, my husband knows my son pediatrician, goes to doctor's appointment with him, goes to school shows, goes to PTA meetings, go to pick up the report, and my husband still works and provide. And some mornings he leave here at 6 o'clock in the morning. Some mornings he's jumping on a plane at 6 o'clock in the morning. That is not an excuse for him not to know the pediatrician name or the school teachers. Why don't you know your children's teacher? Are you not talking to the teachers? Are you not doing homework? Are you not reviewing their homework? Shame on you and shame on the women that choose men like this. This is why y'all ladies are miserable and unhappy, because you chose men who did not love you and do not love you, do not care enough to get involved with their own children. But you ladies, y'all are the ones that take up all the responsibility on your head. If I come home and I'm tired and little Michael finished eating dinner, play with his friends, and I don't get up till 10 o'clock, my baby is not coming to bed dirty. Daddy knows. If daddy's down, daddy works from home, so he has a lot more time now. Daddy knows little Michael didn't take his bath. Mommy came home. Mommy's tired. Mommy's laying down. Daddy will make his bath or take a shower. He's 10 now, so he decides you want to take a bath or take a shower. He makes his bath, and dad makes sure the temperature is right. So you were only working and paying bills, which is what you're supposed to do. But sir, you're supposed to be involved with your kids. Shame on you and shame for the women who choose men like you. I have to go, cousin. Comment below. Absolutely love. See, that's what you call a naked wife. But you know what I'm realizing? A lot of women, and I'm going to write a book, a lot of women are naked wives because you choose to be naked wives. You chose the men that are making you naked wives because you did not have those tough conversations with them when you were dating them. You were so emotionally involved. Oh, the feelings and the feelings and the feelings and the feelings. But did you have these conversations when you were dating? Of course you didn't. Because if you did, you wouldn't be crying that he don't give you flowers on Mother's Day. Because you weren't paying attention when you were dating, because he didn't give you one. I gotta go, girl. Love you. Talk to you later. Listen, on Allegedly Janice, I'm going to be beginning to read Fight. So come on over to Allegedly Janice to see this video. Love you. Talk to you. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. A lot of this women problems is your fault. Bye. Love you. Talk to you later. Bye.